COPD is a common term to describe someone who has emphysema, chronic bronchitis, chronic asthma, or a combination of these conditions. If you have been diagnosed with COPD, you know how difficult it can be just to get to the front door and back without losing your breath. But there are some science-backed strategies to help you get your breath back. In this video, I'm going to show you the best way to exercise for COPD. To exercise correctly, you need the right exercise and the right motivation. If you get these two things right, you'll be surprised at how much better you'll feel. So, let's get started. Right exercise. The most important types of exercise for you are strength and endurance. You need the strength to be able to get out of a low chair or to and from the ground, and you need the endurance to be able to do your shopping and get your housework done. Now, although we need fitness for our upper and lower body, the lower body is the most important for all the things I mentioned. So let's get started with building your leg strength. You can do this by picking a higher chair and doing 10 repetitions of standing up and sitting down. Now, in addition to this, let's build some endurance in those legs. You can get started by doing some walking, 10 or 20 minutes, around your shopping centre or at home. See how much you can do before you need to have a rest. You want to be able to puff a little bit while you walk, but not losing your breath. If you haven't done rehab before, it's best to get a pulse oximeter and check your saturation levels. If they go below 88%, have a rest until they get back up into the 90s and you get your breath back. Right motivation. This is the second critical step. To get motivation, you must need to achieve something, and you must need to be afraid of the consequences of not doing anything. For example, you might feel very breathless at the moment and are unable to walk to the end of your driveway without getting completely puffed. To get motivation, you must want to do more, like go for a walk down to the end of your street or go to the shop. You must also be concerned that if you don't do something, you'll probably get worse and soon begin having trouble getting down to the bathroom and back. Getting motivation is usually the easy part, but maintaining motivation is the hard part. To do this, you will need a meaningful goal and accountability. For example, if your goal is to walk down to the end of the street to visit your friend, then that's a great goal, because it really means something to you. Let's say right now you can only make it to the end of your driveway before you have to stop and have a breather. Now the hard work of gradually building up your walking distance begins. Each week you notice you can walk a little bit further. Often when progress is slow, you'll want to give up and say, well, I've tried, but I'm still not getting any better. This is when you need accountability. You need someone else to encourage you to stick to the plan and remind you why you're doing it. So there it is, the two things you need to do today to breathe better. A COPD diagnosis can be very difficult to deal with, but you can maintain your independence and have the lifestyle you desire if you do these two simple things.